Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Music Monday at www.poeticexpressions.com. And today I have a special announcement. Well, first of all, I want to share with you that on December 18th, which was this past Friday, I graduated with my master's in EMAC from UTD. So that's why you all didn't see a video from me last week, because I was finishing up some final papers and things like that. But back on track now. I had another new video this week, and also I am changing the structure of my site. So this will be the last Music Monday video that you see, but I'll still be doing video reviews about 2 weeks apart between each one. And they may be posted on Monday, or they may not be. I may post them on Wednesday or Friday or Saturday. So the structure of my site is basically going to be a heavy focus on music, because I do love music. I love different types of music, and I'm just writing about it and giving my opinion on it. So you'll see way more music posts on my site, www.poeticexpressions.com. Of course, I still have my books on there. If you haven't gotten your copy of my latest book, Fortune Cookie, make sure to pick that up. And I'll also be talking about different publishing tips, things like that, and also some food and drink reviews. So just be on the lookout for that, and kind of doing away with the Foresight Friday or the inspirational type posts, and then the What the Hell Wednesday posts. So let's get into it. Today we are talking about Monica. And before I get into this review, I would like to say the theme of this week's reviews that I'm doing on my site all have December 18th in common for the most part. There were so many albums that were released that day, and I won't really get into the others that were released. You may know who they are, but I'll let you see when those reviews come up. But Monica's back with Code Red, her new album in almost 3 years. Now, Monica has actually been around now for about 20 years. If you all remember Don't Take It Personal, which was her debut single, came out in 1995. So she is definitely a veteran in the music business, and someone who has proven that she has longevity. She may not have the success that she had with her first two albums, but she's definitely still here, going strong. I think she has a great voice. She still looks great. She's 35 years old now. Started out when she was about 15. And this new CD is pretty good. I will say it's not necessarily my favorite of hers, but it is a good CD. And it's very diverse. And the Code Red concept, she says, is basically kind of like Tyrese's last album, where he was really preaching that he wanted to get back to the heart of R&B music, and how that was really missing in music today, and which I do agree. I think that R&B, real R&B, is missing today. A lot of R&B is mixed with hip-hop, or it's mixed with pop, or some kind of house music, or what have you, country, whatever. You know, but there's not really a lot of pure hip-hop music out there. Now, with that said, when I listened to this album, I really didn't see how Code Red and the concept that she has for it really fits, because again, Code Red, when you think that that's an emergency state, and she was saying that R&B is in a state of emergency, which makes sense, but there's not really a lot of R&B type songs on here. Some of them are more edgy, kind of a little more gritty. She does have some ballads, don't get me wrong, but I was just expecting a little bit more of a traditional R&B sound, like for those, again, who have heard Tyrese's CD, Black Rose. If you don't have that, please go pick that up. It's a great, great CD. You won't be disappointed there. So I was expecting something more along those lines, but nonetheless, I think she gave some good work here. She collaborated with Missy Elliott, and she has some songs with Timbaland. Now, I will say the songs that Timbaland produced on this album, which he did about 3 of them, are some of the best ones on here. One of the songs is titled Call My Name. Now, the concept of it is actually not new at all, and to be honest, I think she kind of bit off a little bit of Destiny's Child's Say My Name, because that's pretty much the exact same thing that she's saying here. Even some of the words are almost the same, so that's a little weird. I don't know if in the recording sessions nobody saw this. You know, I think that sometimes it's a good idea that you have outside people looking into situations, because even though that song is good, I'm not sure it would have made the album, just because it sounds so much like Say My Name, the concept at least. I mean, the song stands alone with the vibe and the melody of it, but I think someone else maybe outside of the studio sessions looking in could have been able to point that out if they didn't already catch it. So the CD is great, and this is it. This is the cover of it here. Code Red. Again, Monica, she looks great, looks, you know, young as ever. And one thing that she said, I saw an interview with her on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about how in the past her relationships have just been full of dishonesty and dishonest men. And one song she has on here that's a standout track is All Men Lie, which features Timbaland. And she's saying that the guy that she's with now, her husband, he's basically, you know, really honest from what she can see so far. So that's what really attracted her to him. And she also has kind of a gospel feel on this song called Saints and Sinners, which is a really, really nice song. Another one that I like on here a lot is called Alone in Your Heart. And it's kind of possessive. It's not quite stalker-ish possessive, but she's pretty much saying, you know, hey, you belong to me, you're mine, you don't belong to anybody else. And the way that she says it is kind of sexy. You all have to hear the song for yourself, but I really hope that that one gets to be a single from this album. Another great song on here is Sugar, kind of upbeat, sassy type of song, which is something that Monica's always been. And I think the great thing about Monica's music is she was really edgy kind of from the gate, I think, when she first came out. She always seemed like she was older than what she was, and I think that's why her transition into being this grown woman, and even on this CD, some of the things that she's saying are pretty vulgar, but I think that people don't really look at her sideways when she does things like that, because everybody really didn't look at Monica as a good girl, I don't think. And not to say that she's trashy or sleazy or anything like that, but she just seems very streetwise from the very beginning of her career. So whereas you have somebody like a Brandy, I think, who has probably struggled a bit from the Moesha TV star into grown woman adulthood, and she's singing about all these sexy songs and doing things that grown people do, it just seems kind of off, I think, for some people, and hard for them to get used to. But Code Red, overall, I would say it's a solid album. It's not necessarily her best, like I said. Now, I will say in recent years, and I'm saying recent, but I think this CD came out probably about 10 years ago. The last one within that time span that I think is the best is The Makings of Me. So if you all don't remember that CD, that's the one that had Every Time the Beat Dropped, Sideline Ho, that song was hilarious, Dozen Roses, and then she even had a song on there where she was rapping with Twista. That CD, I can pretty much just put it in and let it play all the way through. I still have it on my iPod now. With this one, with Code Red, there's definitely some great songs on here, and Monica did some heavy writing on this project. She wrote pretty much every song on the album, and she has some production, as I said, from Timbaland. Polo the Don did a few songs, and he also helped executive produce the project. And then she has some other producers here and there too, but I would say those are the main ones. But curious to see what you all think about Code Red, so let me hear your thoughts on it. And I have a review about SWV's new song called Man Crush Every Day. Now, before you all start flooding this video with comments about how I'm hating on SWV, I will not give my opinion on this song, but for those who have watched prior videos from me, I think that SWV, in recent years, they have released music that is lackluster in comparison to their previous hits. That's just my opinion. But with this new single, I may have a change of heart. I may not. Who knows? But make sure you check it out. And it is called SWV's New Crush. So check that out at www.poeticexpression.com. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks.